Hello and welcome back to Everything Tumbler Tutorials. My name is Rebecca Escott and today I'm going to show you a printable Cricut full vinyl wrap. So this works best when you have a 20 straight. Never mind the looks of it because we're going to cover it up anyways. I also purchased a few images off of Etsy and I'll have those links down for you below as well. So I chose to go with this cool looking retro style design. So I want to apologize as I start to pull back and get my cup ready to put onto this printable vinyl. It gets a little bit blurry, but it does quickly focus before I get the wrap started. So I just wanted to apologize for that. So I turn the image where it's vertical to me so that I can then place the tumbler to where it's even around the top and the bottom rim. Once I'm happy with that, as you'll see, I start to pull this over itself when I got a little bit of a hiccup at the very top. So then I pull that back and then I essentially flip the tumbler upside down and I allow the paper to fall where it may. I rub it down as I do that. And at this point, I'm not concerned about the top or the bottom because we trim that later. As you will notice, the other side here falls onto the tumbler as well. So here's what I'm going to say. Cricut Printable Vinyl is not given the credit that it deserves. It is far more durable than people like to suspect that it is. So here I'm going to go ahead, once I've pulled it back, and I'm going to guide it around using my fingers. And once I'm pretty happy with how it's laying onto the tumbler, I'm just going to let it drop into place. And just like that, it's wrapped. I've since learned that I do not need to cut the seam because the seam is absolutely flawless. And the overlap that you see just a little bit on camera, if you can see that, it won't matter because when you apply the epoxy, you can't see it. So the only cuts that we're going to do is at the top and the bottom. This is a fantastic tool. It comes from Shimmer, which I will also have the link down below. And I'm pretty sure that I have it on the lowest setting possible, which means that I'm trimming very, very little. Now I leave this part in because it gave me some grief. I'm not exactly sure why because it's a brand new blade. So when doing the printable vinyl, just make sure you go around 2 or 3 times to make sure that that cut is nice and solid, and then you don't have to go through this trouble. Once you're happy with the cuts on both ends, go ahead and press down really, really hard, making sure that the vinyl is adhered to the tumbler before moving on to the next step, because we wouldn't want any gaps. And for the top and the bottom, I'm going to use Mod Podge to go ahead and apply the glitter. I'm going to use Unicorn, which is an iridescent fine from AB Designs. Now, I'm not a fan of using Mod Podge for my adhesive for glitter, but it's really important that you know that when you do use Mod Podge, you need to make sure that it's nice and thinned out and smooth before applying the glitter, because otherwise you're going to be able to see it and it will have a bumpy appearance, and you do not want that. And once you have your glitter at the top and the bottom, make sure you tap off the excess glitter. And I'm going to use a makeup brush to get off the rim of the vinyl where I don't want it. And you want to do this before you seal the tumbler. Now, printable vinyl does not need to be sealed, but since I needed to seal the glitter, I went ahead and sealed the whole thing. It doesn't affect it at all. I also did need to apply 2 coats of glitter at the top and the bottom. So once again, I'm going to use a Glitter Craze from Quickset, or Quickset from Glitter Craze. I keep saying that backwards. But again, the links will be down for you in the description below. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in on this full wrap tutorial. If you guys enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more tutorials coming soon. As with any epoxy coats, make sure you use your heat torch to pop any bubbles that you may or may not be able to see.